Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Steins Gate Zero. Once again, we are stuck in a section where it's very similar to a previous section we did. So, I think I'm going to be doing a little bit of skipping again, and as usual, I'll be recording in case anything comes up. Alright, I think this is where we start to peel off. I keep having to reference my own videos in order to figure it out. So, after the Go-Go Curry thing, Suza talks to Yuki for a bit. Then she comes back and talks to Daru and basically gets mad. She's like, I want to be born. You gotta stop doing this. And then she says, otherwise something awful will happen. Yeah. And then the scene more or less ends after another line or two. But it looks like it's changed this time. She heard a car park in front of the lab. We're here, Nya. Oh, is that Ferris-tan's voice? Suza let go of Itaru's collar and moved over to the window. Below, she saw a group of people she knew. Okabe Rintaro, Shina Mayuri, Ferris Nyanyan. Okabe's wearing slightly less black than normal, though he's still somewhat coated. I should also say the scene followed up with, once it shortly ended, like I said, it follows up with a scene where Okabe goes to the, see Dr. Leskinen in his lab, but, you know, in Japan, not in America. So, the fact that Okabe's here, I think, is probably important. And Hiyajo Maho, too.
ヒヤジョーさん、もう到着してたのか。でもなんでオカリンおじさんたちと一緒なんだろう。
And then she gave a start and turned back towards the room.
まずいよ、それ出しっぱなし。
Oh, right, yeah, Okabe's not supposed to know about that. Suza pointed towards the desk in the development room, where the phone wave named Subject to Change Unit 2 was sitting.
Okie dokie.
If nothing else, this meant that Hiyajo Maho is coming to the future gadget lab. Suza hoped that this meant the work on the phone wave would get back on track. Oh yeah, I think this is definitely going to start being different now. We've entered a new chapter here. Alright. Whoa. What? There was a small explosion in the room filled with smoke. Suck it, AC. Maho crawled out into the living room. Daru rushed to open the window, and she heard a man who was probably the building's owner yell up at them. Nothing! Don't worry about it. Daru poked his head out and apologized to the man below. It took a minute, but the owner was finally satisfied and the argument ended. As Daru wiped away the sweat, she saw that his face and clothes were both covered in soot.
ビビったじゃないわよ。
Maho was no different. Some of her hair had been burnt off, and the white lab coat she'd gone through all that trouble to get had turned pitch black.
どういうことか説明して。なぜいきなり煙を吹いたの？
電子レンジが原因だと思われ、粗大ゴミで捨てられてたのを拾ってきたやつだから、どこかショートしたのかも。
拾ってきたって。あなたね。 私たちが作ろうとしているのは人類史に名を残すレベルの大発明なのよ。
I mean, I'm sure that's where it came from the first time.
なのになんで粗大ゴミを部品に使っているの？
業務用の電子レンジは高いのだぜ。
信じられない。私のクレジットカードを使ってもいいからなんとかしなさい。
Maho didn't have that much money, but this was no time to be cheap.
それは助かるよ。
Maho wiped her sweaty, soot-covered face with a towel. The white towel turned black immediately.
もう我慢できないわ。エアコンを入れるわよ。
それは無理。電話レンジ（仮2号機）と一緒に稼働させるとブレーカーが落ちるんで。つうかそのエアコン電気代がとんでもないことになるから1日1時間しか使うの禁止って言ったっしょ。
These working conditions were abysmal. Was Kurisu really able to create the time leap machine under these circumstances? Just thinking about it gave her even more respect for Kurisu.
わかったわよ。でも髪まですすまみれだからシャワーを借りたいのだけれど。
どうぞどうぞ。
もしちょっとでも覗くような真似をしたらすぐに鈴葉さんに連絡するから、そのつもりで。
そんなことしないって。
For some reason, Daru responded to Maho's warning by sighing and slumping his shoulders.
つうか僕は今そういう冗談に付き合っていられるほど心の余裕はないよ。
Maho hadn't meant it as a joke. She was extremely serious.
昇進の僕は今週はエロゲすら立ってる状態なんで。
She'd heard from Suzuha that the day she'd arrived in Japan, Daru had screwed up bad on a date. It was true that Daru was a lot quieter than his usual self. Mayuri had even said that Daru not playing H games must be an omen of some impending natural disaster. But either way, she didn't have time for his negativity, so she mostly ignored him and went to the shower room. Since Suzuha used the shower regularly, it was relatively clean. There was a good selection of body soap and shampoo, and Suzuha told her she could use it as she liked.
まったく、せっかくの七夕だっていうのに、なんでこんなすすまみれになってないといけないのかしら。
That day was indeed Tanabata. Let me look that up really quick, because I'm not super familiar with that off the top of my head. It says Tanabata is also known as the Star Festival. It's a Japanese festival, and it happens on July 7th. Well, the first one did. It's held at various days between July and August, although Google also tells me 2018 Tanabata is July 7th. Actually, Maho had been secretly looking forward to this day. Since she lived in America for so long, she was interested in Japan's traditional summer holiday. She was especially interested in the famous story of Orihime and Hikobashi, and the custom of writing down wishes and hanging them from bamboo. Let's take a look. I did briefly read a tiny bit about this. Hikobashi, a man who appears in the legend of Tanabata. In Japan, Altair. Yeah, I think it's Altair. The brightest star of the constellation Aquila is known as the summer Hikobashi star. The star Vega, or Hime, is separated from Altair by the Milky Way, and the legend says that only on Tanabata can they cross it and come together. This was originally a Chinese legend. And Orihime, a girl who appears in the legend of Tanabata. The star Vega in the constellation Lyra is known as Orihime Star. She was the daughter of the Emperor of Heaven, and was given the name Orihime, Weaving Princess, because of her mastery of the loom. She's married to Hikobashi Natsuhiko, but the Emperor of Heaven decreed that they would only be allowed to meet once a year on July 7th in the old Japanese calendar. Since she was here, she sort of wanted to try writing down a wish too. She didn't want to bring it up herself because she didn't want anyone thinking of her as childish, but Mayuri Ferris and the other girls seemed like they'd wanted to do something like that. Part of her had hoped they'd invite her too. That's why it hurt so much to be spending the hot summer afternoon in the lab with Daru, covered in soot. She was thinking about that as she washed herself off when... Hijinks? Oh god, Maho, please, put on some clothes first. She could hear Daru calling her from outside. She'll cry, she'll do it. Maho's mind started to race. She'd been told that Okabe rarely came to the lab anymore. In fact, after he dropped her off here on the first day, he hadn't come by even once. That's why she felt safe going in and out of the lab, but... That's how she explained her visit to Okabe. If he found out she was working on the phone wave with Daru, there would be trouble. After she was sure Daru was gone, she quickly washed the bubbles from the body soap off her body. Her long hair still wasn't dry, but there wasn't time for that. She wiped herself off with a towel and was about to leave the shower room when she heard the door open. He was here already? She quickly shut the door to the shower room again. But then she looked down and saw that she was naked. Whoops. Her clothes were lying on the floor past the door. There was no way she could get them without Okabe seeing her. Her only choice was to stay hidden, completely undressed, and wait for him to leave. Why do you have girls' clothes on the floor? Daru greeted me as I came inside the lab. He seemed to be in kind of a hurry.
Ah, Okarin ka. Hitori de kuru nante mezurashii jan.
The room smelled kind of like smoke. And someone must have been using the shower room, because the smoky smell was mixed with the scent of soap. But whoever it was, it definitely wasn't Daru. His face and clothes were blackened with soot. I thought it might be Suzuha, but the lights in the shower room were turned off.
何してたんだ? お前真っ黒だぞ。
ああ、これはこの前粗大ゴミの電子レンジを拾ってきたんだよね。で、さっきそれでコンビニ弁当を温めてたら爆発した。
爆発って大丈夫か？
ブラウン氏に怒られたお。
あまり目をつけられるなよ。いつ追い出されるかわからないんだから。そんなことになればお前はともかく鈴葉は行くところがなくなるだろう。
そうだね。で、 今日はどうしたん？マユシなら来てないけど。
お前に話があるんだ。朗報だぞ。
だが断る。
まだ何も言ってないだろう。
オカリンの持ってきた話がまともだったことなんて一度もないんで。
まあ聞けって。昨日の夜さ、レスキネン教授と食事に行ったんだ。それで留学の話になったんだけど。
ああ、またその話か。
I was keeping in touch with Dr. Leskinen. Of course, the professor knew that Maho was here in Japan. Yesterday, he'd shown me a picture of her taken in Okinawa. I could see her standing in the surf with a blank expression on her face. A friend or family member must have taken it. Dr. Leskinen had been really nice to me, and I talked to him a lot about going to Victor Condria. Of course, at a minimum, I needed to graduate my current school and pass the exchange exam for Victor Condria.
せっかくだからダルのことも教授に話してみたんだ。そうしたら興味を持ってくれた。
僕？
ビクトル・コンドリア大学には情報科学研究所っていうところがあってな。世界ダルの腕なら通用するんじゃないか。
I'd been inviting Daru to come to America with me, but he didn't seem that interested. He said things like, I can't imagine living away from the Otaka Mecca, and no way am I living anywhere you can't get H games and anime figures. He'd done nothing but give excuses like that.
そりゃあ僕はスーパーハッカーだし通用すると思うけどさ。
とりあえず教授に会ってみるだけならどうだ。面識だってあるんだし。
今忙しいんだお。
一日ぐらいなら時間作れるだろう。
コミマが終わるまでは無理かな。
1ヶ月以上先じゃないか。
とにかくしばらくは無理。
やれやれ。本当に言い訳ばっかりだな。そんなに行きたくないのか？
I sighed and sat down on the sofa. This room really was as hot as hell during the summer. The windows were open, and the fans were running at full speed, but I was still sweating. There was an air conditioner, but evidently he wasn't using it.
誰？毒ペって置いてあるか？
さあどうだったかな。マヤシが買い置きしてるかも。
I got up and took a look at the fridge in the corner of the room. There was a regular soda, mineral water, and some sports drinks. But not a single Dr. P. As usual, the freezer was stuffed with juicy fried chicken number 1. Mayuri really did buy a ton of the stuff. Wait, was there even more than usual? Maybe she bought some for Suzawa too.
スポーツドリンクもらうぞ。
鈴葉の飲みかけ以外なら OK。
I grabbed an unopened bottle and took a big gulp. I happened to take a look at the snack shelf next to the fridge. Mixed in with the instant noodles and snacks were 5 bunches of bananas. Mayuri must have bought those too. But still, all that fried chicken, and now all these bananas. Was she eating more than she'd been? She always said that no matter how much she ate, she never got fat, but if she bought this many bananas at once, they were all going to turn brown and squishy before she could eat them all.
マユリのやつ、バナナを
Oh,
買
are
いすぎ
those
じゃないか？
for their experiments? Are they still doing banana experiments?
ああ、それ買ってきたのマユシじゃなくて僕。あ、
Oh, oh. Daru quickly cut himself off. I turned towards him, and he averted his gaze. He'd been acting really weird this whole time. Was he hiding something?
お前がこんなに買ったのか？いつからバナナ好
Oh,
き
you
にな
know
った？
me, just a healthy banana eater.
いやほら鈴葉に言われてるんだって。ダイエットにいいから毎日食べろってさ。
そういえば昔そんなダイエットが流行ったな。
Some celebrity had gone on TV and said she lost a bunch of weight on a banana diet. And the next day, all of the bananas in Japan disappeared from stores. My dad had tried to get in on the boom a little too late and bought a huge supply of bananas only to see it flare out and most of them rot on the shelves. I remembered that.
だからってこんなに一度に買うなよな。だいぶ色が変わってきてるじゃないか。
Well, whatever. I was hungry, so I decided to take one. I took a banana and peeled the skin.
とにかく少しは加減ってものを考えろ。
そうだね。うん。
I finished the banana in 3 bites and went to toss the peel in the burnable trash can. Uh-oh. And then I noticed something strange. The can was filled with bananas. more than anybody could possibly eat. Okay, that wasn't what I thought. Over half the can was filled up with bananas. And it wasn't just the skins. Some of them were unpeeled, but half rotten, and the summer heat made them give off a nasty stench. I remembered seeing something like this once before. Gel nanas! Oh, I think Okabe's gonna figure it out. Should have dealt with your bananas ahead of time. That's right. It was when I was living here a year ago, doing experiments every day. And then my mind flashed back to the contents of the fridge. In that bizarre stockpile of juicy fried chicken. It couldn't be. I plunged my hand into the garbage can, not caring about the filth.
Okarin?
Daru was clearly uneasy, but I ignored him. I was right. Under the remains of the bananas, I saw tons of boxes of empty fried chicken. No matter how much Mayuri liked them, or how much of a glutton Daru was, no one would voluntarily eat this much frozen fried chicken every day. Those savages eating all that fried chicken. I went deeper into the garbage can. And then I found something I didn't want to see.
なあ、誰？
なんぞ？
バナナと冷凍唐揚げの組み合わせ。懐かしいな。1年くらい前か。よくこうして実験してたよな。かなり無駄な使い方してたから、真由里によく怒られた。食べ物を粗末にしちゃダメだって。
そうだね。
しょうがないから電子レンジで温かくなったバナナも俺たちで食べて処分したよな。あれはでもさすがにこれは食べられなかったよ。
What I pulled out of the garbage can was a gel nana bunch. A green gooey mass. It was a thick, disgusting liquid, like you'd expect to see if you crushed a giant bug. The goo dripped out of my fingers and splattered onto the floor. It was what used to be a banana. What we'd once called a gel nana.
Oh, しまった。
Daru put his hands to his head. But then he evidently gave up on hiding it.
まずった。こんなあっさりバレちゃったか。もうちょっと隠し通せると思ったんだけどな。実際さ、目処がついたらちゃんと相談したいこともあったし、打ち明ける予定ではあったんだけど。
Daru tossed me the towel. Evidently he'd already used it because it was covered in black soot. But I decided to wipe the gel nana off my hands with it anyway. Daru went into the development room and started moving boxes and dust covers.
ほれ、これが2号機。
And on the table appeared the horrible future gadget number 8, which I'd built, improved, and finally dismantled a year ago.
組み立て直したのか。
電話レンジカッコ仮バージョン2とどっちがいいか結構迷った。
名前なんてどうでもいい。
マジ？オカリンの言葉とは思えないな。どの未来ガジェットもさ、円卓会議やって大騒ぎして名前決めたじゃん。
黒歴史だろ。
そう？
Daru was looking at the dust-covered future gadgets that were sitting on the shelf of the development room. There was something like fondness in his gaze. Why the heck was he acting like this? Did he think of that nightmare as some kind of happy youthful memory? I was about to tell him to go screw himself, but held it in.
お前、俺が言ったことを忘れたのか。これは危険だ。俺たちが持っていて一種のものじゃない。
うん、けどさ、僕未来でタイムマシン作らないといけないんだよね。そうするとやっぱこいつを研究することがその第一歩だと思うわけ。
誰
？I gave up on trying to hold it back. I got up in his face and yelled at him.
何度も話したよな。こいつのせいで何が起こったのか、こいつのせいで俺がどんな体験をしたのか。これを作ったことでマユリは殺されるんだ。これを作ったことでクリスは犠牲になったんだ。これを作ったことでお前の娘は過去へ飛んで自殺。忘れたって言うならもう一度話してやろうか。お前はそんなにバカだったのか。自分でそれを体験してみないとわからないほどバカだったのか。
バカはあなたよ、岡部倫太郎。
Maho, no, put on the clothes. I suddenly heard an angry female voice behind me. Oh, okay, she's wearing a towel, at least. I looked back and saw Hiajo Maho glaring at me.
ヒアジョさん。
おう、ゴーホロリ来たこれ。
なんて格好してるんだよ。っていうかなんでここに。
これはつい勢い余ってあまりジロジロ見ないで訴えるわよ。
そっちがそんな格好で出てきたんじゃないか。
ちょっと待ってなさい。今服を着てくるから。
Maho quickly went back into the shower room and came out dressed a moment later.
失礼、待たせたわ。
もしかして俺が来た時から隠れてたのか。
私のことはどうでもいいでしょ。
レスキネン教授に送った沖縄での写真はわざわざ捏造したのか。
Both the professor and I were completely taken in by that picture of her standing on that Okinawan beach. But it seemed we'd both been tricked. It was well made enough that Daru must have been involved.
君の来日の目的は沖縄じゃなかったというわけだ。
ええ、そうよ。あなたが電話レンジカッコ仮なんていうセンスのない名前をつけたそのマシンのために来たの。
君にも説明したはずだ。それをまた繰り返すつもりか。
違うわ。
何が違う？ D メールを送ればそれはエシュロンに補足され、世界線は今のベータから。
Let's take a look at Epsilon. An advanced communication monitoring system said by conspiracy theorists to be owned by the US government. It's said that the system is operated by America's National Security Agency, NSA, but the US government has never publicly admitted to its existence and no proof of it has ever been found. Participating countries supposedly include America, England, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. France is not included among them. Japan is what is called a third party, which receives information in exchange for putting an echelon receiving station in their country. It's rumored that the elephant cage, a massive antenna array found at the Misawa Air Base in Aomori, is actually part of Echelon. It supposedly intercepts a wide variety of messages, from military traffic to individual cell phones, all of which is stored and monitored.
再びアルファに戻ってしまうんだ。
Oh, sorry. I think I'm going to cut it off there, mostly because I just got word that I am a little bit shorter on time than I thought I was. It's kind of hard to figure out exactly how long you're going to have to do these episodes whenever you're having to cut out a large portion of it like I did. So, I think we're slightly under half an hour, so it'll be alright. But we'll pick it from here next time. It'll be easier to continue because I won't have to skip stuff, hopefully. And anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and we'll continue next time where I guess we're remaking the phone wave name subject to change. Bye!